Exercise breakdown. Skull crusher. The skull crusher is an isolation exercise that works your triceps. Unless you jam your head into the bar, your skull isn't going to be crushed, so don't even worry about the name. If you perform it correctly, the only thing it will crush is your triceps. To perform it, find a low bar, place your hands on its shoulder width apart, and step back so that your body forms a straight line. Then, keeping your elbows tucked in, bend your arms, let the bar touch your neck, briefly pause, and push yourself back up. If you don't have access to a bar, you can also perform it on the ground. To do so, get into a high plank with your hands at eye level, and keeping your elbows tucked in, bend your arms, touch the ground with your forehead, and push yourself back up. If this variation is too difficult for you, you can also do it on your knees. To scale it, simply adjust the height of the bar. The higher the bar, the easier this exercise will be because more of your body weight will be shifted to your feet. The first variation you can apply to the skull crusher is the bar path. Depending on what feels best for you, you can either let the bar touch your neck, your nose, your forehead, or even go behind your head. Not one of these variations is better than the others. I'd recommend for you to try out all of them and see what works best for you. I personally like touching the bar with my neck, as that allows me to get the deepest stretch possible. And the second variation you can apply to the skull crusher is hand width. Depending on what feels best for you, you can either have your hands close together or shoulder width apart. I wouldn't recommend going wider than shoulder width, as then it just feels awkward. To progress, you can either increase reps or weight. If your goal is to build bigger triceps, which it probably is if you're doing skull crushers, you can choose either. Just make sure that you're training in the 5 to 30 rep range. This means that if you did 15 skull crushers last week, you can do either 16 skull crushers or 15 skull crushers with 2.5 pounds this week. So long as each of your sets is close to failure and you're staying in the 5 to 30 rep range, it doesn't matter whether you add reps or weight. This was a full breakdown of the skull crusher. If you have any other exercise that you'd like me to break down, feel free to comment them down below. Peace!